Hey, Drew Neiser, Penguin and Chief, CMO Huddles. I know what you're thinking about right now is how do we build more links to our website? Well, if you're not thinking about it, you should, because that's organic traffic. How do you do that? Well, fortunately, we've got Farzad Rashidi, founder of Respona, to give you some tips on link building in the AI world. Okay, Farzad, tip number one.
So, one of the first things to keep in mind is when you want to approach link building, I like to call this approach the middleman approach, where instead of building links to a sales page, you build links to an educational piece of content.
Okay, so break that down for me. So I've got some pages. I want other people to link to it, right? That's the goal
Mhm.
here. So we know we're not going to do it a sales page. We're going to give them some thoughtful content, but how do we get that other place to want to link to us?
So ideally, we want to get our sales pages up in the search results, right? So if
Right.
you sell a product or service, you want to, when folks, your target audience are looking for those keywords, you want your landing pages to show up because that's how you get your customers and signups. In order to get them up in the search results, you have to remember that no legitimate website wants to link to a sales page. So instead, what you do is that you create a content silo around that topic. Could be on your blog. That's what majority of businesses do, where you start writing helpful content. Hey, how to do X? What are some of the best tools to do X? And once you create these pieces of content, then you mention your landing pages from within that piece of content. So let's say, hey, for example, for Respona, we're a link building software. Then we have a link building software landing page that's a link to sign up and tells more about our features. But we don't ever go and build links to that, even though we're ranking number 2, I think, for that keyword. So what we do is that we create a content piece, for example, or a silo of content about how to build backlinks. And from within that content piece at the bottom, we say that, hey, if you'd like to put your outreach on autopilot, you can go and use Respona and then links to our landing page. Then what we do is that we build links to that content piece. So that's a lot easier to get links for. So that what we call link equity transfers over to our landing page. So not only we're essentially getting some link juice to that blog post to get up in the search results, that also indirectly helps our landing pages as well.
Got it. I think the one thing I'm missing here, and I get the surround sound of the thing and that we're putting up great content and then that eventually leads to it. But how do you convince another website to actually link, or you're hoping that because your content is so strong, it's happening organically, people discover it and want to link to it?
Yeah, I wish that was the case where you build it or write it and then they will come. That usually never happens or happens very rarely. What you would want to do, take a proactive approach when it comes to outreach. And the key component of that is the incentive, what you can do for them. And so usually the first point of contact that we have when it comes to in our outreach flow, we're positioning our first email around the incentive. So usually that incentive, just to give you an example, is, hey, I'm writing a content piece for X, Y, and Z website. So for example, I'm writing a guide on B2B branding on HubSpot, and I would love to reference one of your pieces in the article I'm writing for them. So that's how you initiate conversations by offering value first, and
Right.
then you ask for them to essentially reciprocate.
Got it. It's a give to get economy. You're always having to add value. All right. Speaking of adding value, if you're a B2B CMO who can share, care, and dare with the best of them, do yourself a favor and check out CMOHuddles.com. We have a free starter program and some wonderful partners like Farzad from Respona. I'm Drew Neiser. That's your Wisday Wisdom. Peace out.